Howdy folks, today I am going to draw a Foo Dog. It was also known in Japanese, they're called Karajishi, and some people call them Shishi, but that would be Fufu. I'm just going to draw the head because, maybe next episode I'll draw the whole thing with the body. But we're going to do just a quick one here. And I'll start off kind of with the eyebrow area. I just kind of do like really quick sketching. Nothing no defined lines. So I'll do the forehead here. Put the nose in this area. You can get really scribbly when you draw. A lot of times, like I've drawn something so many times, I don't do too much scribbling, but I'm going to do it this time just so you can get an idea. I got the eyes here. They have like their upper lip kind of pops up, and then this line follows that, and then the cheek comes around. Give it some teeth. Bottom jaw. Here's like the outside of the jaw. And with Japanese stuff, I always it's kind of like goes out, in, out. You gotta have a lot of ebb and flow of your outline. Here's the top of the head. Then they got floppy ears. Kind of furry. This one on this side, and then have the mane. We'll do kind of a wild mane on this. Something kind of, it's like windy, perhaps. They have usually they have very curly hair. They have curls like off the chin. In the hair, I like to do different layers, so. So that's like a really rough sketch, but I kind of like the dimensions of this one. And usually when I get to this point, I can pretty much ink it, but I'll make it a little bit more clear for you at home. I make the top of the head pretty bumpy. And if you tattoo these or get it tattooed, the only flower that it goes with is peony for some reason. Because like in Japanese tattooing, all the animals that are considered Chinese, like mythological creatures, like Foo Dog, Kirin, and Phoenix, those are all considered Chinese. And for some reason, all the Chinese creatures go best with peony. So once I get to this point, I can pretty much start inking. I would like to have a bigger pen than this normally, but I don't have one handy, so I'll just use this one. Hopefully you'll be able to see. Just get these spirals going, and then you just, once you do one, you just kind of bring the layers off of that. Sometimes I'll do like a little thinner one just to give it a little bit more depth. Do a thin one and a thick one. It's all about kind of like building up different layers. You can get you get the depth just from the outlines. A little fur on the tips of the ears there. I'm not sure why people like these so much. I think they're kind of like remind people of their dog. They have a lot of personality to them usually. You know, and they always are in front of temples. Sometimes you'll see them even in front of banks. You know, they're like a protection animal, creature, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes they kind of remind me of that. I don't know if you are old enough to have seen the Never-Ending Story, but they had like this kind of dragon-y creature that was really furry and cute. Kind of looks like these. But I think like the main thing is always, you know, if you draw a sketch, it's always, you can modify it to whatever looks off. See if you can see what that is. And even if I ink something, I can, if I look at it with like fresh eyes, you know, like if you put it away and then you look at it like a couple hours later, you'll notice some stuff that you're like, oh, that looks odd. That looks weird. I'm gonna like fix this up. with hair, it's always about like, you know, it's a couple big shapes and then you just add on to them. You take like something kind of complicated looking and then you just break it down into smaller parts. I usually do them, I usually do the full body, so it's, the head isn't normally this big. But the structure should be about the same no matter how big you're doing it. You just, if you're doing it smaller, you just kind of do fewer lines. They have like, sometimes they have little tufts of hair, like cowlicks, and they have like spots. And you can either just kind of do color ones, or you can do like little spirally hair things like this. Normally what I'll do if I'm gonna try to make it kind of precise, I'll draw a circle with another circle in it, just so I can make it pretty neat. I'll go like a little heavier on the outside, then just kind of whip it in. This is actually a pretty good thing to practice, even if you're doing like feathers, scales, wings, you know, any kind of like decorative stuff. Yeah, add one more, one over here. Maybe another small one. Son of a bitch. All right. I know that was kind of quick, but I just wanted to show you like really how scribbly you can get, you know, like if I were not used to drawing a foo dog all the time, I would probably have, you know, darkened my pencil line a little more just to, you know, smooth it out, get the details in there looking correct. But yeah, sometimes they have some whiskers, you know, if you're going big enough. And that's a foo dog head.